Mike.
Սիրելի ունկնդիրներ, այժմ գտնվենք Jack Jr. Ասադուրյանի հետ, շատերը թերևս որ գհետևիկ ընկերական ցանցի վրա իրեն գիտեք թերևս Jack Jr. handle-ով եւ Jack-ը Ռոզանային հետ գտնվել Մոնտրեալի մեջ եւ հետո հետո հանդիպեցանք խոսելու համար նայենք եւ մոդեն ծանոթանանք. Jack, welcome to our show.
What's up, man? Your voice is very churchy. I love it. It's so warm and peaceful.
Well, Gernam Karozdal, I can start preaching if you want. Maybe our listeners will, you know.
You have a very good podcast of radio voice.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's good. I do a lot of radio interviews, and I don't know if it's early in the morning or what it is, but I feel really calm with you.
Thank you very much. See, already you're making me laugh.
I'm trying not to. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Well, wow, we should have gotten some coffee, but I know where we are right now, there's no coffee. So, no,
it's fine. Yeah,
Jack, how did you start in the comedy business?
So it's a really long story. I'll give you the short.
We have all the time you want. So.
I'll give you the short version. I grew up. My parents own a comedy club in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
They own a comedy club in Los Angeles, but I never wanted to do what your parents. You don't want to work for your parents. You don't want to do that. So I kind of. When I was 18 years old, I moved out of the house. I opened up I worked for a cell phone store, a T-Mobile. I worked for T-Mobile for like 5 years. And I was really good at it. I was trilingual. I speak Armenian, Spanish, and English. Okay. And in Los Angeles, that's huge. So I was a very good salesman.
It's the equivalent of an Armenian living here that speaks French, Armenian, and English.
Yeah.
And Arabic, maybe.
So. Arabic, yeah. So I was really, really good at it. And then, long story short, I opened up my own cell phone store. I was 24 years old. I was successful, making a lot of money, and I got married, had a kid, divorced. She took my kid away from me. Now I'm depressed. I'm drinking, I'm partying, I'm sad. I go, Dad, I never asked you for anything, but right now I'm like thinking dark thoughts. I'm in a dark place. I really need therapy. My Armenian dad goes, you know how expensive therapy is? He goes, come to the club and go on stage and cry on stage.
Sorry, I misunderstood. You were like depression answer?
I was depressed.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad told me to do comedy. Okay. So I went on stage as just like a hobby, just to vent and just get it off my chest. Because comedy is very therapeutic. So I went a few times, and then I caught the comedy bug, and then I just kind of like enjoyed it. 15 years later, we are where we are right now. I'm touring all over the world right now.
And how old were you when you started?
I started comedy 25 years old, 24, 25. Right after my divorce. Okay. And I've been doing it ever since. I've been doing it full time. I haven't had a real job in like 67 years.
Which is great.
It's great,
yeah. Making money, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's great.
And did anybody help you with your upbringing? Let's say, what is the comedy show?
Yeah. Anyone help me? Honestly, I had a lot of hate when I first started from comedians because they're like, oh, you're not a comedian. Your parents own the club. You're owner's son. You're this, blah, blah, blah. So then I have a lot of back.
So you didn't, quote unquote, earn it?
I didn't
earn
given? Yeah. But now it's, because it's all bull. It's all bull. Because you need to be funny. You need to make fans and relate to people. And I took classes, and I learned improv and just being witty and quick. And I'm a Taurus too, so I feel like my zodiac sign. I know a lot of Tauruses that are very funny. Okay. I don't know. What's your sign?
Libra.
Oh, yeah, so you're not funny. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. No. My co-host Lori will probably agree with you on that one.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Is she Taurus?
No.
Just kidding.
No.
Okay.
Her birthday is in December, so.
Oh, it's like Sagittarius.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, long story short, I just started doing comedy, and it's changed my life for the better. I just feel like I'm always in a good place. I'm always laughing. If anything's ever bothering me, I go on stage and I talk about it. If you see my show, you weren't at the show yesterday.
Unfortunately not.
No. I'm an open book. I tell everyone, like yesterday, I did like 15 minutes about Laval, and I've never been here before. And I was telling stories about everything about what I saw. Because when I landed, I told Tamar helped me put the show together. Thank you, Tamar, for bringing me out here, by the way, because I reached out to a lot of venues over here, and they didn't want to give me a venue.
Okay.
So she hooked it up. We got the venue. It was great. By the way, I'm coming back in July. In July for sure. I already talked.
Is it July for sure?
It's July for sure. I'm coming in July for sure. But it was just. I told Tamar when she picked me up from the airport, I was exhausted. I took the red eye. I didn't sleep on the plane. I landed. I was so tired. I said, let's go to breakfast. I want to feel the vibe here. We went and had breakfast. We had coffee. And I'm just looking at the people, and I'm looking around, and I'm just soaking it all in. Walked around the mall. I'm exhausted, and
I saw the video.
Just to learn how people are here, and I learned so much, man. I think it's amazing how you all speak French. It's pretty crazy. Like I've been to France. Okay. I performed in Paris at Cafe Oscar. And when I came over here, this is in France.
Here you have a mix of Middle East, Europe, and I guess Canada, right? So
yeah. So it just, and then all the signs are in. Like when I landed and I went through customs, they're like bonjour, and I was like, where am I?
This is your first trip, right? To Canada at all?
No, not to Montreal. I've been to Edmonton, Alberta, Edmonton at the House of Comedy, and I've been to Vancouver, BC.
Okay.
So I've done those two, but Montreal was my first, and I loved it. I honestly don't want to leave right now. I wanted to stay an extra day.
But you have a show tonight, right?
Yeah, I have a show. No, I have a show tomorrow in Toronto.
Okay.
But yeah, it's beautiful. The people were so welcoming, and the crowd last night was honestly. Tamar was so nervous. Tamar was nervous because there was a lot of older Armenians in the audience.
Okay.
More conservatives, more, and then I'm very edgy. I'm very edgy, and I say stuff that you're not supposed to say in front of women or, like in front of your wife. And that's what makes me different. I said, I don't care. I want to just be funny. It's all
that's
funny.
The whole point.
Yeah, it's just be funny. And then I warn everybody before the show starts. Hey guys, just let you guys know, whatever you see online is edited clean. So when you see it live, it's Aman.
I saw a clip from last night where just Asir. How do you see the Armenian community here? Like, չի գրծար շատ շաղվիլ ամենուն հետ, բայց how did you see the Armenian community with your
How did I see it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just the past 6 months has been with everything going on in Art Talk and all that. I felt like I couldn't sit back and not talk about it. So I flooded my social media with posts about Art Talk is Armenia, and I'm not trying to get all political, but I just felt like it was my duty as being Armenian, and I'm not even full Armenian. I'm half Armenian. I'm only half Armenian, but I feel like this past 6 months, I've been so accepted by all the Armenians all over the world. They've all reached out to me, told me to come to their city, and that's how I found. I didn't even know Armenians were here. Armenians are everywhere. Armenians are all over the United States, like in places you wouldn't think of, like in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
There are Armenians in Edmonton, by the way, where you're going to do the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Calgary as well. We have listeners from Calgary, actually.
Oh, no way. I know. I've been getting messages to come to Calgary. Vancouver, BC, too. There's Armenians there, too.
Yep. We have 2 Armenian churches, a community center there.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're everywhere, man.
You're everywhere. Armenians are everywhere. And this is a beautiful thing. So that's how I know, all through my social media. Everyone, if you've ever messaged me on my social media, I've probably responded to. Because I take pride in my work. And if someone gives me a bad compliment, I go, bye. I just try to spread love the any way I can.
Well, that's the whole goal of being a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you gotta make money.
Yeah.
That's your earning.
And by the way, we donated money yesterday to an organization. Tamar knows the organization. I forgot the name, but I wish I could give a shout out. But yeah, we'll find out. We'll put it in the comments.
Tamarin հարցնեմ, ինձ դերգացն է։ Jack, դերետ մի շարժիր, հոսքեցիր, բիդի վերաթարնանք հաջորդ տատարեն ետ կլա։
Back to you guys.
Սիրելի մունտիներ, մնացեք մեզ ետ, կվերաթարնանք մեր հաջորդ տատարեն ետ։
105.1 Mike FM. We rock in different languages.
Գվերաթարնանք մեր զրույցին Jack Jr. Jack գրծերին հետ եւ Անշուշտ գիտենք, որ comedian է, կատակերգակ Los Angeles-ն։ Jack, երբ որ նորը սկսար, when you first started, what was your material? What was it based on?
My first joke I ever wrote was, I'm half Armenian, half Mexican. I'll sell you a cell phone, but I'm going to steal it right after. And everyone wants to, yeah, that was, and then I go, I'm half Armenian, half Mexican. I sell oranges out of my Mercedes. Those are the first two jokes I wrote.
How were they?
You know what's funny? Those jokes got a huge laugh.
Okay.
And then I go, I don't want to be those guys that just talks about where they're raised, where they're from.
Okay.
I wanted to open up more. So I started talking about my ex-wife, divorce, child support. I'm paying kid. My ex-wife is, I just talked about her a lot.
Okay.
I focused on my ex-wife a lot. I had a lot of jokes about her. And then I should have just stuck with the Armenian Mexican stuff because that's what really
Hit it off?
hit off.
And that's what we see on social media right now on your channel, right?
So like my social media, if you go back, I never posted Armenian content before. It's not because I didn't want to. It's just because I didn't know it was needed. And as I got through comedy and seeing all these other comedians, like my buddies Joe Coy, Sebastian Maniscalco, if you notice, they relate to their Joe Coy talks about Filipinos.
Okay.
Sebastian talks about Italians. And I said, you know what? I could do this with Armenians. So I have a lot of stories. I went to a private Armenian school. I can talk about my family, and then I just started writing. And I wrote a lot of this stuff on stage, live. Like I was up there venting. Like I went to Pilibos, I was bullied, this, that. I was talking about.
I saw the video actually. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah. What happened?
And I heard that when you went to the Armenian school, you mentioned that kids looked at you differently, right?
Oh, 100%.
That who's this guy, dark skin?
I was dark skinned. I was dark. I looked super Mexican. I was like out in the streets playing soccer every day. Like I was dark.
Okay.
I was really brown.
And how did you overcome that though?
I had to. I mean, back then there wasn't no like, oh my God, I didn't want to be a tattletale. I don't want, I just soaked it all in and used it as fuel later. I feel like it's not good to get bullied, but I feel like it makes you a stronger person. If that doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
Okay.
So and I wasn't getting bullied by my classmates. I was getting bullied by 8th graders, and I was in 4th grade.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it was like I was definitely scared.
Was this like in the mid-90s or?
This was
90s?
So I was like 10, 95. Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine going to Armenian school, right? We're all wearing the same uniform. We're all wearing the same blue pants and the white polo T-shirt with the Pilibos logo, and we all look the same, but I don't look the same because I'm brown.
Okay.
So then kids would come up to me saying, "Oh, I never thought a beaner would come to the Armenian school. What are you doing here? Go back to IHOP because you hopped the border." Like little kid stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
So like, I never went home and go, "Mom," I never went and cried. I just took it all in, and I just stayed there. And
you took it lightly.
I'm like they're kids, like whatever. I'm a kid, whatever. And as I got older, I just started understanding it more, and then. But like I said, it didn't kill me. It made me stronger. Those are some kids. Not all kids were like that. I got a lot of love from a lot of my classmates, and it was I still talk to a lot of them, and they're great.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, if you keep in touch with.
Yeah. This was like little kid stuff. Like now, like I joke about it on stage, but like I know this guy. He's Hovik Shahinian, and he went to Pilibos. He was a year younger than me. He was dark like me. I used to call him Pele. Because we played soccer. But now he owns a restaurant in LA, and I do shows at his venue, and he goes, "Yeah, I remember those jokes. I used to call you Lobi." And it's just something like it just happened. It just happened. I didn't know what Lobi meant. I thought they were saying Kobe. So like it was just like little stuff like that,
And are you glad that you went to an Armenian school?
I am glad. You know why? Because I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. I wouldn't be in Montreal right now. I wouldn't be touring all over the world. I learned a lot about our culture. I'm planning to do a show in Armenia next year, hopefully, if God wants. I'm proud of both sides. I grew up very Mexican, and Armenian was later introduced to me. Because when I was like a little kid, I was very Mexican. I was in 3rd, 4th grade, didn't speak any Armenian.
Okay.
So I went to Pilibos and I learned how to read and write and all the songs, the culture, all that. I actually do a joke about it, like how I know so much Armenian stuff, and that's the reason why I didn't go to college.
Okay.
Because they didn't, when I was supposed to learn math and English, I was learning Armenian.
Okay.
So when I took the SATs to go to college, I failed because there wasn't Vartan Mamigonyan in the questions. You know, I would come home with books, Armenian history, Vartan Mamigonyan, Mesro Mashlots, all this stuff. I memorized
stuff.
Learned all this stuff, the alphabet, reading, writing in Armenian. Honestly, like my Armenian is coming back to me.
Okay.
Because I've been practicing it more, and I'm able to understand. And but I tried writing the other day. I barely wrote my name. I wrote Hagop.
Well, is your real name Hagop or Jack?
My real name is Hagop.
Okay. Hagop Asaduryan. Երևեն հիմա ասենք որ Times Hotel-ի մեջն ենք եւ երևեն ցայներ կան. Վնաս չունի, we call this bloopers. So
okay.
Usually it happens.
Okay.
So and Yet what is սկսար քալով yet քու comedian stand-up comedian-ի առաջին օրերուն. Սիր որ you said that you also went and took courses. Mm-hmm. If you see from your beginning days to now, do you see a lot of difference? Like obviously, but you know, what major change did you implement in your shows? What
major change? I peeled the onion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I cut deeper into my life. Back then I was very general. I would talk about parking and just like generic jokes like handicapped people don't like Armenians because Armenians take their parking spaces. You see how it's very
real though?
In LA it is. In LA every Armenian has a handicap. But anyways, it's just very general.
Okay.
That's not talking more deep into me. You know, now what I do now is that like if you come to my show, like last night I did a very special show for Montreal. I did an hour and a half on stage.
Wow.
Straight. Hour and a half. That's
What's
not a normal
time,
show.
Like
45, 55 minutes. But last night I felt so much love from Montreal. I said, I'm gonna give you bonus time. Also too, I put the show together with Tamar, so like we were in charge of the show. It's nice when you're running the show, you can call the shots.
Exactly.
Some venues, they want you in and out, get out of there, you know?
Come to your skit and leave.
Yeah, let you go, yeah.
Okay.
So it was I'm so grateful for meeting Tamar. I met Tamar through Chris Kid Bibbs, the DJ out of New Jersey. You know him?
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. So
I've known him for about 25 years or so.
Great guy, man. He literally the way we met, it was magical the way we met. I was doing a show in New Jersey, and I'm complaining on stage. I'm like, man, I could really use a DJ for this bit I'm doing. And then after the next show comes out, he comes out and goes, hey man, I'm a DJ. I said, no way. I go, all right, bring your stuff. The next day he brought his stuff, and then I flew him out to LA.
Desadiga.
He came, he stayed in my house. You know, my wife said, who's this guy? He looks like he works at Hot Topic.
I haven't seen him for years. I messaged him, Desabor Jose. I'm going to interview Jack and Rosanna tomorrow morning. Are you going to be at Total? He goes, no, I won't be there. So hopefully, Iriguna Gamval,
nice.
And I think they're cousins.
They're cousins, yeah.
So I haven't seen him in almost 9-10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
he looks the same with less hair.
I was going to say more hair. He has a ponytail now. So, Jack, what's and I do see you collaborating with Armex.
It's a brand I created when I was a kid.
Okay.
I used to write that all the time. Armex. Okay. Armex.
Let's talk about that in our next segment.
Okay.
Ստերուն ընկերներ, մնացեք մեզի հետ, գվերաթանանք հաջորդ ընդմիջումեն յետք։
1051 Mike FM.
Գվերաթանանք մեր զրույցին Jack Jr-ին հետ։ Jack, առաջ որ ձանցումի կացինք, թաթարին կացինք ասեմ, խոսեցանք Armex. We spoke about the Armex brand, let's say.
It's a brand, yeah. Armex band, Armenian Mexican. Me and my buddy Armin Sujan in Pilibos. He's also Armenian Mexican.
Okay.
And we kind of like.
So you guys the Armex tag team, right?
Armex tag team. We wrote it down, and then I just kind of took it to another whole level, and I incorporate Armenian Mexican cultures were very similar. Armenian Mexicans are very similar. We're religious and we're very family oriented, and it's a beautiful thing. And our foods are very delicious. And then me and my buddy Ara Zayda in Los Angeles, he's a chef. Yeah. He's a chef, and he's one of my best friends. And I go, hey man, why don't we just do comedy and food together? So one day I went to his house. We started shooting some videos, and it's been amazing. I got his page is up, like I think he has like 60,000 followers, and it's like we're collaborating on food like that's not supposed to be together. Like we're doing Armenian Mexican burrito. We have like lavash with lahmacun, with torchi, with cayenne pepper, with kebab, with guacamole and nacho cheese. It's like, it sounds gross, but it was so good.
No, videoları da esasım. It doesn't sound or look gross. It's on the contrary, it's very, very, appealing, and it's
nice. Delicious. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we get a lot of messages. What are you doing? You're ruining Armenian food.
No.
We're making it better.
Honestly, I like it.
I'm making it fun.
Honestly, I do like Mexican food. So
yes,
Mexican. You have hayagana miyatsnes there.
Yeah, we did like sujuk chilaquiles. So do you know chilaquiles are like a very popular Mexican dish. It's like breakfast. It's like I don't know how to. It's like tortilla chip. It's like soggy tortilla chips. We're supposed to eat it with eggs and guacamole and like our Mexican chorizo. So we took out the chorizo. We put sujuk, and we put like feta cheese, and it just it's just fun. It's fun to play around with that. I'm not a chef, but I like Aura because I'll tell him my ideas, and then we kind of collaborate. Yeah, let's put that in there. But that is it's just fun.
That's great. The videos are awesome, and the food looks good as well. What's in store for you in the near future?
So in the near future right now, I'm not allowed to say it yet, but I have a really big announcement coming in 2 weeks. It's on a huge platform.
Okay.
Huge platform. I've already been on Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I have a special out on Amazon Prime now called Jack Jr. Live in Las Vegas. You can check it out. It's like you can buy it for like $1. It's up there. It's a short 20-minute set. I'm on a TV show on Hulu called Everyone's Doing Great, which I play myself as a comedian. It's awesome. You can check that out. I'm on season 2. I've been on America's Funniest Videos network on a show called Smart Mouths. I have a lot of stuff out there. I'm on a documentary called Make America Laugh Again. So I want to continue doing these things. I wrote a few TV shows about my life.
Okay.
Like different, like one is reality, one is scripted.
Like sitcom pilot?
Yeah, sitcom pilot. I wrote two versions of it. One's a reality show called You Don't Know Jack, which is me and my family running a comedy club, being a comedian, the whole thing. And there's one where it's me and my ex-wife, and it's funny.
Based on true events.
Yeah, based on true events in comedy. So right now, what's going on with the whole writer's strike's over. I'm gonna try to pitch it, and I wrote a game show. I'm very always creating and writing and editing and shooting videos. So I hope by next year my social media hits over 200,000 followers, and I'm able to teach people all over the world about Armenians and Mexicans and all our troubles. And I hope I can be the voice for years to come.
Okay, great. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you back here in July.
Come back in July. Talk to Tamar. If you guys know Tamar, she's going to set up the venue. I think we're going to do the same place. We're going to do multiple shows.
Let's do it in Laval.
Laval. Right? We'll do it in Laval.
Yeah, I really love it. Downtown near the Kichwapane.
Crazy.
Have you seen I don't know if you've seen the city constructions, but
I haven't even.
That's good.
Okay, yeah.
That's good.
I've been in Laval. You guys should take the L. I'll be Lava.
See, you're very creative.
Very creative, always.
And next time when we sit down, actually, you know what? Let's do it now if you have time. What's one of the jokes that you did about Laval?
That you did one.
Okay. Great. Jack, we wish you all the success. You're doing great.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you in higher places.
Thank you.
To bigger stages. And on these platforms. So love Lurerda Gaspaseng.
Appreciate you.
Yet we're Gernasas Lura Haidare. Probably by the time we play this interview, it's gonna be 2 or 3 weeks after the fact. But it's Mengalmer Radio Haidakirim Vara Kumasit Gedegaseng, Kulav Lureret, Yodzarakinet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.